know what he's talking about? I got zero idea who coming out of the East or the West. I mean, I'm not saying this just to you now. This is to me, I've been in the NBA for 36 years. There's always been like one of these 3 or 4 teams is going to win the championship. It ain't even closer like that this year. You look at the Eastern Conference, you got the West up right now. I got zero idea who's going to win the West. I mean, your Lakers, hey, first of all, they might lose the play-in game. Hey, think about that.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they might, seriously, if in a one-game scenario, anything can happen. But the Suns, the Jazz, the Nuggets, and the Clippers, nobody going to believe in them until they prove they can win the whole thing. I don't know if the Lakers got enough time to get healthy, but I got zero idea who's going to win the West. In the Eastern Conference, you got 3 teams. You can make an argument for any one of the 3. I personally, if I had to pick, I would go with the Bucks because I love the Tucker and the Drew Holiday additions. But, man, if Brooklyn won, I don't think you'd be as shocked. I think the Sixers got a huge advantage. I said this a couple weeks on our show. The Sixers, to me, are in the best position because they only got to beat one good team to get to the finals. The Nets and the Bucks are going to kill each other in the second round of the playoffs. That's going to be – I watched them play back-to-back last week. It was 2 of the best games I saw all year. But Philly's in the catbird seat. They only want to beat one of those teams coming out of a grueling series. But, man, I think this is going to be the most exciting playoffs ever. And like I say, you can say you're a Lakers, Keith, but you're not going to put no bass in your damn voice when you say it.
Not today, Chuck.
Don't be hating, Chuck.
Not today, Chuck.
LBJ coming back tonight.
But wait a minute.
We healthy. Don't even worry about it.
I can't let you go, though, because I did notice you only mentioned 3 teams in the East, which means my Knicks aren't among that list, which, of course, I'm not surprised. I'm just happy to be back in the NBA, Chuck. So just with that alone, and the Knicks play the Lakers tonight on TNT, what are you seeing from Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks at least just being back in the NBA this year?
Well, number one, I think it's great for the NBA. The NBA is better when the Knicks and the Celtics are good. Man, Tom Thibodeau is proving that he's a terrific coach. Julius Randle is clearly the most improved player. That ship has sailed like 2 months ago. My biggest question, I'll ask you guys, and you tell me the truth. Is he second team All-NBA? I would vote for him second team All-NBA. He's been fabulous all year. But I actually think he's probably in the top 5 for MVP. No disrespect to any of those. And that's another. I don't know who the MVP is going to be. I mean, it's going to be the closest vote ever. You can vote for Joker. You can vote for Embiid. You can vote for Chris Paul. Listen, Julius Randle should be in that conversation. What he's done this entire year in New York. But to answer your question, Tibbs is the runaway coach of the year other than Quinn Snyder and Monty Williams has done a fabulous job in Phoenix. That's where I live. But Thibodeau is the coach of the year. Randle is the most improved by far. But I'm telling you, he's knocking on the door the first team All-NBA. You only get 3 picks, so it's probably going to be Joker, Embiid, and Giannis. But he should definitely be the next guy on the front court list. He's been amazing all year.
It's just amazing, like I said, to be back in the league, and tonight's game will be a fun game for sure. But you're absolutely right, Chuck. This is as wide open of a league as we've had in a long time, probably because of the quick turnover, but at least it's been me.
What's up, man?
Well, it's great to have you. So what are your thoughts, though, on Russ and this triple-double record?
I think it's amazing. You know, man, I've never seen, and I'm not even caught up in the moment. I've never seen an NBA player give maximum effort every single night. I mean, you know, I've been around. I played against Michael. I played against Bird. I saw Kobe. I've seen LeBron. You know, I've seen Durant. I've seen even James Harden, who's amazing. But I've never seen an NBA player give maximum effort every single night. And the thing that's scary, the guy's had like 2 or 3 major knee surgeries. It's amazing. And I got nothing but respect for him. Especially in this day and age where players be load managing. And a lot of these guys, they like the lifestyle, they like the money, and they just going out there and just going through the motions. Mm-hmm. I just got nothing but respect for Russ.
Chuck, we were talking about how hard it is to do that each and every night. What do you say to people that love to say, well, he's not a winner, which I think is so lame. But what do you say to people that say that about Russell Westbrook?
Well, are they going to say that about, they're going to say that about James Harden? Are they going to say that about Jason Tatum? Are they going to say that about every guy who hasn't won? If you're going to do that, okay. But listen, Russ, he never complains if he's on a good team or a bad team. He just goes out and work. I mean, the NBA changed with the super team investment. It is harder for other guys to win the championship now. So I don't hold that against Russ, but listen. Listen, we all want to win the championship. Let's get that out the way. But we've gotten to the point where, like, if you don't win the championship, you're a loser. Which, okay, hey, that's your opinion. But when do we get to the point that we don't admire somebody who goes to work every single day and give it all they got? I mean, as a fan, and listen, I'm a fan first and foremost. If I had Russell Westbrook in my city, I would say to myself, hey, you know what? That dude gives me, of course, we would like to win the championship and do the parade and all that other stuff. But if Russell Westbrook is on my team and he's giving me every single thing he has every single night, I got to respect that.
Would you say his greatest asset is his motor? Does that make sense to you when you talk about his effort he gives every night?
Oh, yeah, no question. No question. And like I say, I'm not caught up in the moment. Michael and Kobe and LeBron, first of all, those 3 guys are better players, but they don't play hard like he does every single night. And then I've heard people say, well, he stat chases. You can't chase 20 rebounds, 20 assists. You got to go out and get them. Like, you can chase 10 assists, you can chase 10 rebounds. But when you get 20, like, anybody can get 20 points. You just have to shoot it a lot, not worried about your percentage. But when you get 20 assists and 20 rebounds, you're doing some real work. That takes maximum effort. I mean, that takes maximum effort to get all those big stats. Like, the thing that's crazy, guys, all these other guys, I would like to go back and let's write down everybody's triple doubles. 10, 10, and 10, that's still a really good triple-double.
But right, yeah.
But when you get 17, 15, and 17, that's on a whole nother level, in my opinion.
Chuck, who should we be pointing the finger at up in Boston about what's happening up there in that implosion?
All of them. Danny Ainge is a good friend of mine, but he's not done a good job with all those draft picks he had. He hasn't done a good job because he made a mistake with Kyrie Irving. I think he made a mistake with Kemba Walker. And, and that team is not very good at all. And listen, we pat you on the back when you win, Key. We got to kick you in the ass when you lose. That's the way this thing works. It's nothing personal. It's just business. Think about it. Boston had 100 number 1 draft picks, and they haven't done anything with them. Now they're irrelevant. Because, there's nobody in their right mind think like Boston is even close to being a contender. So like I say, you have to blame the guys. Brad Stevens got to get some blame for it too. Because when they were winning, we were patting them on the back. Now we got to kick them in the ass. That's not personal. That's just how this business works now. Well, excuse me. That's the way this business always works.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, I can't get mad when people say I didn't win the championship. That's how this thing works, Key. Hey, that's the truth. I didn't win the championship. I can't get mad. I just have to accept it. I think I was a hell of a player, but people can say, but he didn't win the championship. That's fair game.
Who's coming out the West besides my Lakers, man?
Well,
hey, Key, let me just tell you this, man. I don't want to be one of these idiots to get on TV and act like